New book that is a great read for the whole family. Ruby René Had So Much to Say is about a young girl who is very curious and has the gift of gab. And as the author says, it was written for all of the little girls who are told that they talk too much. And guess what? The author and DC native Ashley Iman is joining me now. Welcome to Great Day Washington.
Oh, thank you for having me.
How did this story come about? Is this something that you lived personally?
Absolutely.
I would imagine. Okay, you have the gift of gab.
I am. I was Ruby. I still very much am Ruby. And I'm really grateful that I had folks to kind of help me channel my own talkativeness.
What was it that happened to you, specifically in the classroom, when you had so much to say, but that's a place where a lot of times you're told, be quiet, let's be doing the work?
Absolutely. I think that for me, unfortunately, not all my teachers were super excited about my talkativeness. And when I became a teacher, I really very much understood where they were coming from. And I just wanted to write a story of what I wished was true for a talkative little girl.
Yeah, so it's perfect for anyone who has young children.
Yes.
Boys can be talkative too, right?
Of course they can, yes.
Okay. All right. Some of the things that are in there, I know you talk about stigmatizing students for talking too much. Is that something you see in the classroom a lot?
Yeah, and I'll be really honest, I was guilty of it as a new teacher, right? When you are in the classroom, you have so many demands on you and you're trying to get through your curriculum and changes and things like that. The last thing you need is a student kind of like speaking up and
derailing where you're going.
Exactly, making things more difficult.
Yeah.
And so I very much understand where it comes from, and I think that there are better ways to handle it.
Okay, so I know you're training teachers now, so I know you have some advice. How about encourage children's curiosity? Is that one of the ways to handle this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, first, kids are naturally really curious. They are naturally wanting to test boundaries and learn about the world around them.
Yeah.
So I think one of the things we can do is like just give them more opportunities to test and explore and use some more inquiry models, right? I really liked public radio growing up. I liked listening and learning different stories. I think if we give kids more outlets, they're much more likely to grow up to be really curious kids.
Yeah, I would also say finding their voice would be a really big part of this too, right?
Of course,
That they were like struggling to even figure out who they are, what do they like?
Exactly.
Probably talking it out is a way to figure that out.
Absolutely, talking it out, trying on different outfits, changing your name. I changed my name so many different times. The spelling of it, always Ashley Iman, but sometimes there was an I, sometimes there was another N.
Oh my gosh.
We want kids to explore.
Yeah. What did your parents say about that?
They thought I was ridiculous.
I'm sure you got a lot of support. To be the person you are today, though, someone had to be there and say, look, we see you for what you have to offer.
Yeah.
Can people be that for the kids in their lives that are like you?
Yes, absolutely. I really am so grateful to my parents because they created the space for me to just talk and tell them everything that I was thinking. They sent me to every camp that they could find in the DC area, and I just am really, really grateful for that support.
Yeah. I know you mentioned public radio. That is hilarious. You were into it at a young age?
Oh my gosh, I loved it. It's in my dad's car. It was the only thing we were allowed to listen to, and I'm still a very, very proud WAMU supporter to this day because of that.
Why is it so important?
I think you don't know what you don't know, right? And so I driving up here, will listen to WAMU and listen and hear a story or a different idea that I'm like, oh, I've never thought about that, right?
Yeah.
And now it is got me on a Google tangent, trying to figure out and learn different things. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Kids have done that for me. I have two young kids, and my daughter will ask questions that you never have thought about, and that's where I appreciate the gift of gab, because she'll say, Mommy, I'm going to tell you a story, and just go on and on about random things, but it does make you think differently if you stop to listen to these children.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, where can people find your book?
You can find it anywhere books are sold.
Okay.
Amazon, Barnes & Noble. I will also say support your local booksellers, though.
Yeah.
So I would definitely check out Mahogany Books or Sankofa. They have it on the shelves.
Okay. The first of a whole series to come,
Yeah,
possibly, Ashley?
absolutely.
Okay.
This is not the last you're going to hear of Ruby.
Good.
We have another book on the way, and I'm really excited about that.
Okay, so I'm not even putting it out there.
Oh, no. We are working on this.
It's already happening, guys. Thank you so much for being here. You can grab your copy of Ruby René Had So Much to Say, as Ashley said, wherever books are sold.